Got it.
Okay, good morning. Welcome again.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have joined an incredible program, medical billing and coding. My name is Miss Brandy, or you can call me Miss B. I prefer not to be called Miss Guillory. If y'all can do that. That was my mother-in-law, and it makes me feel really old, and I'm
Got it.
not that old. So Miss B or Miss Brandy is just fine. Let's see, I've been doing medical billing and coding probably for about the last 8, 9 years. I have worked in many different specialties: cardiology, orthopedics, pediatrics, neuropsychology. I've even done ambulance billing. Um, I have worked for, in a set practice environment, and I've also worked for outsourced billing companies where I handled multiple accounts. And so I've got a lot of really good experience to share with you guys. And just thank you for joining us, and I look forward to helping you along on this journey. That's my main function. So a little bit about me. I'm 41 years old, up in the Bossier City, Shreveport area. I'm married and have one daughter, and she's almost 5. And the that is what my world revolves around. That's why I do what I do, is so that I can do for her. She's my everything. Just like I'm sure everybody's kids are for them.
Right.
But let's see. On top of working for Unitech, I also contract out my billing services to a local urgent care here in Shreveport. I'm their billing supervisor. Do that from home as well. I know a lot of people get into this program because they want something that they can do from home. And that's totally a possibility in this field. I mean, I'm there. I teach from home, and then I contract out my services on the side, part time, and I set my fee for that. Like, it's an incredible thing once you get to a point in your career where you can go into a job interview and say, "This is what I cost you. Not
Hmm.
how much are you going to pay me. This is what I cost." You can take it or you can leave it. That's a great feeling. That's a really great feeling, and that's what a few years in this industry will do for you. It'll allow you those opportunities. It'll open doors, not just for billing and coding jobs, but almost anything related to the front end of a medical or back end of a medical office. Anything that basically doesn't involve patient care, anything from the administrative side of things, you will be qualified to do in this program. And we offer two different certifications that you can get. You can get a medical office assistant program certification. And then the big one at the end, the goal for this program is for you to get your NCCT coding, billing and coding certification. And that'll come at the end. And that's just a wonderful thing to be able to put on your resume, you know. And even if you're starting this program with no medical experience, by the end of it, you're going to have this certification, and you're going to be able to say, I have worked in an EHR, and you may not know what an EHR is at this point, but you will, that you've got months of experience working in that. And you've got this certification, and you completed this program, and letters of reference, from your instructor if you do well, so it, and then we have a wonderful career services department that helps you with your resumes and possibly get placed in positions. We have companies that call us looking for graduates or soon to be graduates from our programs. So that's a huge thing, a huge help to you guys, a bonus. At the end of the program, you've got somebody there that's working with you to find you this position that, is the end goal, right? So good stuff. And I see that we actually have Miss Shanna has popped in with us. Good morning, Miss Shanna.
Good morning, Brandy and Maria.
She goes by
Yes, ma'am.
Cheyenne.
Goes by who?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne. Hey, Cheyenne. Hey, I had a little technical difficulties, but we're here. Welcome. Yes, just as Miss Brandy stated, I am Miss Shana Joseph, Career Services Coordinator, and I just wanted to pop in to introduce myself. I'm one half of the team. Miss Tiffany Francis is our other Career Services Coordinator, who between the two of us, we will be assisting you with all of those needs that Ms. Brandy just went over. So resume writing, interview strategies, seeking a job, keeping a job. What's the job field looking like with this training? What are the jobs? I mean, you think of, okay, medical billing and coding, but there's so many different career paths that you can do with that training. So kind of giving you all the knowledge. I tell my students and grads all the time that all I'm here for is to give you the knowledge and the tools to use skills that you've acquired. You have to do the job. At the end of the day, we will not be pushing you to any job, any particular job path or anything like that, because we're not doing the job. We're not clocking in. You're going to clock in and you're going to do that job, and you're going to make this training your career. You'll be doing it every day. So it needs to be something that you're comfortable with, that you feel good about. So you don't ever have to worry about that being forced one way or the other. You're always going to hear, sometimes it can be a little annoying. I know you're always going to hear us bring it back to you. Well, what do you want to do? How do you feel about this opportunity? What do you think about this? Here's a job lead. What do you think? So it will never be, I have a job lead and I think you should do it. It's going to be, here is the opportunity. And then what do you think? What do you think about it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the hours. Let's talk about the salary. Let's talk about the benefits. What are the duties? Are the job duties something that you're comfortable with? Or you feel a little shaky on some of those things? Because that's going to be something that they're going to require you to do in this position. And we'll talk about that. But the ultimate decision will always be yours. So the knowledge that we have and the skills and the training that we have is to provide that information to you to help you make the transition from being a student to an employee, because that's what we're trying to get you to do. We need to help you all go to work, and to go to work in a comfortable position where you feel good about it, and to make it your career.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions you have or anything you think of at this moment? It's all
No,
new.
ma'am.
Don't worry about it.
I went through the spiel in Alexandria location. I transferred to y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she's you said you were phlebotomy?
Yes, ma'am. Phlebotomy and EKG.
so how long ago?
Like 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. Okay. Well, yeah, funny enough, that is the campus that I came from. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
came from the Alexandria campus. I was there for about 9 years doing career services there at that very campus before I transitioned over this year to online. So, oh yeah, you know all about it, because I know the team over there. Oh yeah,
They nice.
took
They
good care
good.
of you. I know. They took good care of you. I already know. Well, welcome to the online campus then. You know how career services works, and you'll be getting contact information from myself and Miss Tiffany. Feel free to reach out to us. That's one thing I can't stress enough. You see an opportunity, or you see an employer you're thinking about, you're like, I wonder if I could do that. I wonder, what does it take to work there? I kind of like that.
Mhm.
What if I could do that? Feel free to give any of that information, anything you find, you read something, you see something on social media and you're interested and you want to know if that's an opportunity that you possibly could pursue. Feel free to send us that. We're always open to that. And if we don't know the answer, we'll find it for you and send that information back to you. Okay? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Shanna. Awesome. That's right. You transferred over from Alexandria campus.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But that's good. That gives you a lot of base knowledge going in. Instead of going in blind, you already have a really clear idea of Unitech's policies and guidelines and stuff like that. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it didn't make me redo the orientation or anything.
That's good. Well, it was so recent. It was so recent. So did you want to go online because of flexibility with your work schedule and stuff like that? Or
I went online because my husband is going to be working off and I wanted to just be home instead of traveling.
yeah,
I'd rather be home than him be all the way and God knows where and have an accident or something like that. This is just safer for now.
gotcha. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Plenty of sense. Awesome. All right. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about expectations as far as the medical billing and coding program, me in particular for my class, and a little bit about Unitech's policies, which I know you've probably already heard all about it, but I do want to mention it briefly since we're recording for the folks that aren't here. Um, and those of y'all that aren't here, I'm just going to go over it real briefly. And if you guys have any other questions, text me anytime, y'all. That is kind of an important thing. And kind of one of my key things is communication. We're online, so we have some flexibility to work around things that may come up. But if you don't communicate with me, there's nothing I can do. Like assignments for online close on Sunday night at 11:55. You have assignments that are due Monday through Friday, but they all stay open until Sunday night, just in case. That's part of the online program is we want to offer y'all that flexibility in case you get stuck working a double shift, in case your child gets sick, in case you up and have to go out of town for a funeral or for whatever. Life throws things at us constantly, right? So I'm going to meet y'all with grace, and all I ask is that y'all communicate with me. I have the ability to extend due dates, reopen assignments if I need to, and things like that. But I don't do that a lot because it's extra work for me. Okay. And we do give y'all an entire week to get your all the assignments done. So the expectation is that you do that. If for some reason that you can't, if something comes up, I am more than willing to work with you guys. You just got to communicate with me. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk real quick about Unitech's attendance policy for online. I don't know if it's the same for campuses or not, but for online, you get your attendance by what you submit every day. Like I said, you have assignments that are due Monday through Friday. If you submit one assignment each day, you get your attendance for the whole week. Okay. Now, I have some students who like to do all of their assignments early, and that's fine. If you want to be ahead of the game like that, or that fits your schedule better, that's fine. What I ask that you do though is do the work early, but then submit it on its due date. Just pop in and submit it. It'll only take you a minute to upload the document, and then you're done for the day if you've already got the work done. And that way you're getting your attendance.
Okay.
Okay. Because online's policy is after 14 days of no attendance, you're dropped from the program. Like, that's it. If you don't show up for 14 days, that's 2 weeks. If you don't show up for 2 weeks, you're going to be far enough behind because we cover a lot of material and we cover it quickly. We go through things pretty quick. It's an 8-month program. So we're ready to get you to work, but you gotta get through the program to get done with it, right? So if you just don't stop showing up for 14 days, you're going to be far enough behind, and the policy is that we drop you from the program. And then you have to wait an entire calendar year before you can get back in. And that's such a waste of time and money for you guys. We just don't want that to happen. So the way it works, if you go 2 to 3 days without submitting anything, without attending class, you're going to hear from me. I'm going to start with a text message because that's my preferred communication because it's fast and it's easy. I'm going to text you and ask you if everything's okay. Hey, just checking in. Need any help with anything? Anything I can do? and at that point, just let me know what's going on with you. Hey, I've been sick for the past couple of days. I'll pop in tonight or tomorrow. Great. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it. No big deal, right? If you do not respond to me, I will continue to text and call you daily, sometimes multiple times a day. If I'm not getting a response from you, I'll start to email you. I will leave you messages in e-learning in the grade book. And then after I think 5 or 6 days, other people at Unitech start to get involved and start to reach out to you. You go on a list. We have a list that I have a staff meeting at 10:30 every morning where we talk about the students that have been absent. And that's all we talk about is our students that are not doing their work or attending class. Because that's the main focus for us. We need you guys in there, and because we want you to be successful. That's the main thing. If you're not in there and you're not doing the work, you're not learning. You're not learning this skill. You're not learning this job. Okay, you're not going to be successful. And we want to see everybody succeed. Our goal is to get you through the program and get you to the goals that you're trying to reach, right? So we're gonna do everything we can to keep you on track and check in with you, make sure there's nothing we can do to help you out or whatever. And as far as the course material, guys, and pretty much anything else too, I'm your first point of contact. If you have any problems, whether it be a problem with an assignment, technical issues with the website, anything, come to me. I'm the go-to. I'm your go-to. And if we have to go contact somebody else at Unitech, like the IT department, to get them to look into your website, or our book company that supplies our ebooks, I will direct you to the right person. Okay? Or most likely I will contact them myself and get a ball rolling some way. Okay? Or get them in contact with you, whatever we got to do. Whatever we got to do, we'll do. So just, contact, communication again. Communication, big thing. Let's see. We talked about attendance policy. So that's the big thing, guys. All right, so let's talk a little bit about assignments and how they're going to run. Like I said, every day you have assignments due, Monday through Friday, and you've got 2. You've got 1 daily assignment and then 1 lab for each day. Okay, and like y'all are starting today, and today we have an exam, so there's no lab for today. All it is the daily assignment. They have their exam to do and their daily assignment. You have a daily assignment every day without fail. Never skip one. They're every day. Every day that you have class, you're going to have a daily assignment. Now, what's great about the daily assignment is that it is 1 question. It could relate to the material that we're covering. It could be a holiday-based trivia question. Sometimes it's a Harry Potter trivia question because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So it could be anything. And usually it's something that if you don't remember it from what you've read recently, you can Google search it really quick and find the answer to it. But I do that so that if you do have something come up with your life, your work, your family, whatever, and you're just plain exhausted, because sometimes we just get tired, right? We just get overwhelmed and tired and we need a mental break. So you can pop in, do that daily assignment in like 5 minutes and be done for the day if you need to be. It's that simple. It's a really easy way for you to get your attendance in. It's easy points that go towards your final grade. But it allows you, okay, I got too much going on today. I'm gonna do that daily assignment and I'll worry about the lab later. And then worry about the lab later. You have until Sunday at 11:55 to get that lab in. No worries. And if you got something major going on and you need more time than that, all you have to do is contact me and we'll work it out. Okay. So there shouldn't be any reason for y'all to need to miss class for 14 days and get dropped from the program. We have the flexibility to work around anything. We can get you through if you want to get through. Okay. All right. So back to the assignments a little bit. Right, so daily assignment in the lab every day. You generally, for most of the modules, let's talk about modules real quick. All right, so the way the medical billing and program runs, we have 8 modules, kind of like classes, 151 through 158. The way our program works, it kind of runs like a Ferris wheel, and wherever you start, you kind of just jump into wherever the Ferris wheel is at that time. Does that make sense? Like right now, we're in module 153. We're actually at the end of module 153. So which is kind of great for y'all, because the only thing we have left is the chapter 11 exam that we're doing today, and then the final exam, which both of those y'all are exempt for because you're a new student. We couldn't possibly ask you to hop in and just do an exam, right, on material that we've been covering for 6 weeks. So y'all kind of are jumping in at a good spot, because the way the program is going to work, you're starting in module 153 and you're going to go through the rest of them. You're going to go around your Ferris wheel and you're going to end in module 153. So you're not going to miss any material. You're not going to miss learning anything. You're going to wrap back around, and everything that the class has been doing for the last 6 weeks, that'll be the last 6 weeks of your program, basically. So, and it works. It seems like, okay, that's kind of weird just hopping in midstream, but it actually works, y'all. It really does. Give it a chance. It sounds a little overwhelming, but it's really not that bad. It's really not. So what we're gonna do, because this module ends on the 23rd, which is the day before Thanksgiving break, for the next, we've got a week and 3 days left until this module ends this week, Monday through Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're off, no class Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving holidays. And then when we come back on that following Monday, we're gonna start a new module. So you guys will be able to jump into that one. You will have this week and 3 days to get used to the system, get used to the websites, get your books in, because some of them have to be shipped to you. We'll talk more about books in a second. But you'll have some time to get acclimated to how this online learning is going to work, before I'm expecting you to really jump into some heavy duty material, if that makes sense. Any questions up to this point? No? Okay.
But week 1, you pretty much get acclimated and it's easier.
Yeah, it's good because with y'all starting at the end of this module, you've got like a week and 3 days. You don't have any exams like the other students. So the things that y'all are going to be doing are a little bit different. Like today, y'all have to turn in an assignment to be active in the class. Your first assignment is due today. Even though you probably can't get into the e-learning website yet, y'all haven't gotten that information from the registrar to do that yet. She's waiting for me to tell her that you attended this Zoom, so I can say, hey, she's active in my class, send her book codes, ship out her books, get her login information. Let's get her rolling. Now, unfortunately, we had a maintenance update to the website Friday night, and this morning we are having mad technical issues. Like it's a madhouse.
It's ridiculous.
It is. It's crazy this morning. So what I'm gonna have y'all do for your assignment for today is just, I want you to email me a document. You can type it up on Word or Google Docs or anything like that, and email me a document telling me why you chose this program and a little bit about yourself and how you got here, basically. Tell me a little bit about the journey that led you to where you are and where you want to go. Okay. That's today's assignment. That's it. If you can be as detailed or as brief in it as you want to be, you know, there's no word requirement or anything like that. Just a little paragraph about yourself, how you got here. That's all. Nothing crazy your first day. And then this afternoon, you'll start getting emails from our registrar, Franny Hoffman, and she'll give you your logins, your codes for your ebooks. She'll go ahead and ship out the books that are going to come that way. So that's it for now. And then hopefully tomorrow we'll have some of those tech issues worked out. You guys can log in and start looking at the actual daily assignments and see how the labs are set up and that kind of thing. Let's see. So let's go ahead and talk about books a little bit. Okay, so we go through a site called Evolve. They provide us with our curriculum and our ebooks and things like that. And Franny will send you an email, and it's going to have a link to the Evolve site. And then you're going to have to scroll down, and there's an access code. And once you go onto the Evolve site and you create your account, you have to redeem that access code, and it's going to give you basically like a bookshelf, a virtual bookshelf, and it's going to have like 5 or 6 books. And that's all your textbooks and workbooks for the entire program. You'll never have to download any other books or anything like that, okay? Now, in about a week, probably about 7 days, you're going to receive a package at your physical address that you gave to Unitech, and that is going to contain your coding manuals. And actually, let me get one, just to give you guys an example, because they are huge, they are heavy, and it's just if you have any kind of back issues, don't pick that box up. Give me 1 second. Okay. This is the biggest one. Don't know if you guys can see this thing.
It's huge.
It is. It's massive. It is massive. And super heavy, super awkward, but vital to this program. And that's part of the reason I'm giving you guys this week and a few days into this module to get acclimated, because we're working in these manuals yet, and it's going to be a week before you have them.
Okay.
So that's the other reason that y'all get to kind of just take it easy and get slowly into things over the next week or so. We're going to continue on in the manuals in the next module. So you guys will have time to get in. If we need to, I can set up a Zoom with you guys in particular and kind of give y'all a jump start. We've kind of learned, we've learned a little bit about how to get into these manuals and start working through them to find the information we need to find. And I don't want y'all to when y'all get them, don't get overwhelmed. You're going to look at them and you're going to open them up and you're going to be like, what have I signed up for? There's no way I'm going to remember this. Here's the great thing, guys. You don't have to remember any of it. I do not memorize codes. You should not memorize codes because they change every year. They can change from year to year. That big old book gets updated yearly. And recently, it's actually had a lot of updates the last few years because they've had to develop new codes for COVID. And they had to develop new codes this year for monkeypox. I had to go online and research the people who publish these manuals to get the new codes that are not in the books yet. That's how quickly things can develop. As fast as medicine develops, coding develops with it, right along with it, in tandem. So don't think you have to memorize codes. That's not what it's about. What it's about is knowing how to use those manuals to find out the code that you need. That's it. I'm going to teach you how to use these manuals. Our curriculum is going to go through what's in the manuals and give you some practical practice at what we call cold coding, because in the job, you are not going to have to sit all day with these manuals and look up codes. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about at all. You just have to know how to verify the codes that you're using. Most of the time nowadays in the office, there's software that's going to provide you the codes that you need. And you just have to make sure that you're able to verify them if you need to, essentially. Or if for things like monkeypox, if you happen to go to work for an urgent care and all of a sudden a new disease pops up and people are coming in with it, you got to know where to go to find the right information to get the job done. And that's what I'm here to teach you. So don't get overwhelmed. It's not the craziness that it seems at first sight. So, all right. So we talked about books. Now, if you do not receive these manuals in a week's time, you've got to get with me. We got to track the shipment, because you've got to have these books. Okay. Like, get in touch with me ASAP if you don't get them in a week. Okay. Let's see what else. A little bit about the e-learning site. Every now and then it gets a little glitchy. Most of your assignments are going to ask that you upload a document of some sort that you can type up on Word, or Google Docs is free if you don't have access to Word. And every now and then the site will not let you upload. So in the event that it does not let you upload, you can copy. There's a part on the assignment page where you can leave me a comment or ask me a question. You can also copy and paste your answers into the comment field. So if for whatever reason you cannot upload, feel free to stick your answers in the comments. I will accept that all day long. Okay. If for whatever reason you can't upload or leave a comment because it won't let you into the whole assignment, feel free to email me your assignment. Okay. Worst case scenario, your internet dies, your laptop blows up, apocalypse is upon us. Write your assignment down on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, and text it to me. Worst case scenario, guys, if it boils down to it, I don't care how you get it to me. Just get it to me. I'll take it. I'll give you credit for where credit is due every time. So we got plenty of methods of how you can submit your assignment. Upload, in the comments, email, text message, worst case scenario. Okay. There are even instances where I have taken an assignment verbally over the phone. So you got plenty of options there. And it looks like we're having another visitor pop in. All right, so we have talked about books. We have talked about assignments. We've talked about attendance policy, and we've talked a lot about communication. And it looks like we've got a visitor. Miss Jessica Washington popped in with us this morning. Hey, Miss
Good
Jessica.
morning. How are y'all?
We are
Good.
good.
Okay, my name is Jessica Washington. I am the Director of Education. So I will be overseeing your academic success plan, making sure that you're doing everything you need to do while you're in school. Okay? And
All right.
welcome to Unitech. I'm excited for you. And you have an amazing teacher.
Aw, thanks. I do try. Miss Jessica, this is Cheyenne, and Cheyenne is actually coming to us from the Alexandria campus. She's a
Amazing.
transplant from their phlebotomy program. She thought
Oh.
online would suit her better right now.
Okay.
So we
Amazing.
have
And how long have you
GCA.
been with Unitech at Alexandria?
I started at the beginning of October.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
pretty new.
Start date was October 17th.
Okay. So yes, you're fairly new. Well, welcome. We're happy to have you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Miss Jessica is our director of education for the online campus, and she oversees everything. And she's like, you remember when I said if you go so long without attending class, you'll start to get contacted by other members of staff? She's one of those. She's one of the ones that'll reach out and make sure that everything's okay and that, there's nothing that we can do to help you. So if you hear that name, that's who she is.
Yes, ma'am.
But okay, so let's see. I think we have pretty much covered everything. We've covered everything. If you have any issues with any of your logins, getting into the e-learning site, getting access to your books, anything like that, guys, reach out to me ASAP. If we have to, we can do a Zoom where you can share your screen and I can walk you through it step by step really quickly. So don't sit there and struggle and think I don't want to bother her or something like that. You are never a bother to me. It is my job to be here to help you guys out with that. So once you start getting that information from Miss Franny and any questions, any hiccups at all, reach out to me ASAP, okay?
What's a good phone number?
318-451-7156. And you can find that if you ever, like, your phone blanks out or something, you can find that there's a course information page in e-learning where all of my contact information is listed. It's also listed on the welcome page too. And also at the bottom of any emails that you've gotten from me, my email address and phone number are on there as well.
All right.
Awesome sauce. All right, Cheyenne, do you have any other questions for me about anything at all?
No, ma'am. Is it okay if I directly email that assignment to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. Well, if you don't have anything else for me, that's it. I will let Miss Franny know that you are active in our course and ready to get your stuff shipped out and your login information. And again, Cheyenne, if you have any questions, concerns, anything at all, I am a phone call away.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Welcome again.
Welcome to Unitech.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
You too,
You
Miss
too.
Jessica. Thank you.